on YouTube. This is the very latest news from Fabulous 103 and the Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. It would be great if you liked and subscribed to us.
A slight respite for northern regions as rain lessened at the start of the weekend, but with the warning that the heavy storms will return. This, as in Chiang Mai, the state is working hard to restore basic services, those of water and power, to most homes, but is fighting a losing battle. Further downstream in Nong Khai, residents in many areas saw up to 2 metres of flooding as the river there rose above its banks alongside heavy rains. There, levels are predicted to rise even higher until midweek at the very least, and locals have moved their belongings and vehicles to the highest points to avoid damage. Khon Kaen too saw its city centre deluged with flooding as the river burst its banks on Sunday morning before dawn. Downtown, the situation quickly became critical as officers used boats in what was supposed to be streets in order that they could survey the damage. City drainage is expected to clear the latest flooding eventually, as it's reported to be in first-class condition, but the area to which it drains needs to clear first of flooding to allow flow. And the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission has teams out in all flood areas working to restore phone services as mobile phone towers lost power supplies, seeing many people unable to communicate. Mobile rebroadcasting systems are being installed where possible to give at least some limited coverage. In other news, the second largest political party within the coalition government, Bhum Jai Thai, has outright condemned plans to allow casinos to be built in complexes within Thailand. This followed the new Prime Minister's reading of her government's plans for the future, and a subsequent debate saw the BJT leaders objecting to gambling houses and also raising the issue of those using solar power who currently get less than half the retail price for power fed back into the grid from their home ventures. Foreigners applying for the Thai Privilege Visa, renamed years ago from Elite, are seeing a saving of 50,000 baht registration fees that will be waived until the year end to encourage long-term residency for the wealthy. The visa cost is still high, as are the requirements, but the savings may encourage more to apply for the 5 to 20-year deal. And in Royak, a local DJ is reported in Thai media to have confessed to taking advantage of a 15-year-old whom he pretended to help after she fell pregnant and gave birth following an assault by another 17-year-old teen. The middle-aged molester faces jail, as locals are said to be enraged. This is in the capital. A gang of teens and mid-20-year-olds from Moldavia have been arrested after police received reports that despite living here illegally, they were in fact from a criminal drug gang in their home country and subject to an Interpol red notice, which outlines vicious assaults on others. All were being detained at the Immigration Detention Centre this weekend. Meanwhile at home and in Rayong, when 2 teen girls set up their phones to record themselves playing a video game in a mall, no one was more surprised than them when they watched their clips and found a local man in a work uniform filming them as they wore skirts from the ground up. There was no question as to who it was, and family members contacted his employers and made sure that he was relieved of his uniform and employment. In Pattaya, as police swooped down on a nightclub close to the Patumnak Road, they arrested a 41-year-old DJ who happened to be Canadian and, according to them, failed to provide proof that he was working legally. Undercover police working on a tip-off recorded the DJ working before the arrest and noted that several customers were smoking marijuana inside the venue. This as they gave chase to a 23-year-old, said to be British, who fled the scene, only to be caught in possession of a very large knife. This as Chonburi police continued over the weekend to interrogate 24 Indians who together rented a house and were running an illegal call centre, scamming people in their home country. 20 computers were taken as evidence, as all were detained for questioning. And the outlook for today is not much different than it's been for the last couple of days. The Met Office promises highs of just 32 degrees, dropping down to 28, with the chance of thunderstorms at any time throughout the day, and the real feel of 37.
Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group by using the link below.